Hi, this is Bobby Jo Williams, and this is my writing module, Engagement and Reflections. So on the reflections, it asks you to indicate how you participated in the course engagement activities for this module, and then use the rubric to give yourself a grade, I guess, or an evaluation. So I put myself in the exemplary column for quality of contributions because I feel that in this column, the contributions that I had posted in the discussion board and also in the video chats contained some really good information, and also there were some links provided. For example, in this post on March 29th about the writing interventions that are being used, I included some links to show that there's not only Step Up to Writing that was used, but Handwriting Without Tears as well. And the next part of that rubric was engagement in the activity. I put myself in the proficient column only because I feel like this go around I maybe took a little bit of a backseat due to working on the large unit assignment that we had. I still had some multiple contributions posted in the discussion board, and they were made over 2 to 3 days of the life of the discussion board, and I did attend video chats when possible. So here is an example of the days that I contributed to the writing discussion board. And then the video chats. On the 29th, I planned on attending that video chat, however, was unable to attend due to a reschedule on your part, but I could not attend the later session. I did go back in and watch the archived video for the session, the later session though. And finally, my module goal reflection. Please reflect back on your personal learning goal for this module. To what extent did you achieve this goal? Why or why not? Below is my learning goal. And my personal learning goal for this module is to understand the difficulties that students with disabilities face in the writing process and the underlying cognitive and developmental factors that play a role. I also wanted to go away with some interventions and strategies for assisting my own students in the writing process so that they can be more successful. This was important to me because I teach upper elementary students that are often ill-prepared for the complexities of writing and content areas. Writing improvement is also a building-wide goal of our school this year, so I can see how the information would be useful to all students and not just those with disabilities. I plan on achieving my goal by being an active participant in discussions, postings, and video chats throughout the module, and to seek out interventions and research-based strategies that utilize and implement, or that I could utilize and implement in my own classroom. I feel like I did achieve this goal. I learned some strategies that I can take away from this class, and I also had a few aha moments when it came to the writing process itself, particularly with cursive writing, which I hated having my students do just because it was difficult for me to read, but realized that it's important for them to have a flow to their writing. Some other things that I gained from this was, in particular from one of our video chats, was the co-writer. I had no idea that this even existed. After our video session, talked to my special education teacher, and she in fact said that we do have the access to it in our district. So that's something that I will plan to utilize in the future with my students who have difficulty in their motor skills and actually writing on paper. So those are some things that I did come away with and some interventions that I can put into place in my own classroom. What would I have done the same in pursuing this goal? I think that by attending the video chats and also reading the discussions in the discussion board, I think that helped me to reach my goal overall. What would I have done differently? I think maybe a little bit more research on some of the interventions, seek out people who are using writing interventions, particularly in our district and in our class, to find out what's working with them and have actual conversations with them about that. How did I advocate for my learning in this module? Well, I asked questions when I felt were necessary. I read up on things that I didn't understand, and also took an active role in the discussion board.